Namaste. Welcome to Views Talk. This program, Views Talk, only relates about social and contemporary matters which is going in our society. And today, it's me, your host, SN Shrestha, hosting this episode, Views Talk. And we are here today in Mandala Theatres. The context that drove us towards this Mandala Theatre is the ongoing play Swarnadesh, the dreamland of milk and grapes. Yes, so today we have a special guest, and yes, while going through the videos, while going through the photos of Swarnadesh, what we find is that we spotted a special guest who came all the way from Bahamas to landed up with this role. So today we're going to welcome our special guest, first international guest of Views Talk, and yes, it's none other than Nick Culmer. Nick, welcome to Views Talk.
Thank you for having me.
So how's your stay going on in Nepal?
I am loving the stay in Nepal. I enjoy the scenery, I enjoy the people, the food especially.
Okay.
It's been a good experience all around.
Have you tried momos?
Have I tried momos? I probably eat it every other day.
Okay, so you're having an awesome time.
Oh yes, definitely.
So let's just talk about a bit about the Swarnadesh, the story, the play. How did you land up with this role?
So I had a conversation with the director, Akash Nepali, and we were just going back and forth about our acting experiences, and he told me that he had interest in directing, and he told me that this play that was coming up, and basically I told him like whatever capacity that he would want me to help him in, because we've worked together before in a previous play called Mukamlon, and I told him that whatever you need me to help with, I'm willing to help. And little did I know, he texted me like about a few weeks later and said that I got a part. I'm like, a part? Like what? Behind the scenes? Like, no, you're acting. I was like, oh, okay.
So it was kind of shocking for you.
It was a bit shocking. I didn't expect it, but I mean, I didn't want to let him down either. So I accepted it, and well, here we are.
So, talking about your previous projects, have you also had some drama experience, theater experience in Bahamas?
Yes, I have. It started back when, when I did like local church productions.
Okay.
Then in my first year in college, I did like a little something for a club. Then it blossomed into like, a few local theater shows with a few friends. Then I actually landed a role on a TV show back at home as well. It was the first of its kind, called Gippy's Kingdom, and I played a bad guy. It lasted about 3 seasons, and after that I took a small break. So this was like around in 2015.
Okay, so maybe it's about your height, your body structure, that you're getting the bad roles, or is it like you love hunting the bad roles?
That was actually my first bad role ever. And everybody who knows me knows that I'm the complete opposite of that character. So it was quite a shock for them to see. And it was quite interesting for me to dive into that role and, try something different.
Okay. So you love exploring the characters?
I do.
And what about your character in Swarnadesh?
Swarnadesh, Jean. Well, this was actually another first for me, because usually the roles that I've taken on are more comedic roles. This one is a bit more serious. And this is actually the first time that I've had to cry in a play. So this was, it was pretty new to me, but I mean, the character Jean, there are a few elements of this character that I personally can relate to, in terms of, betting everything, just for an opportunity, and, being able to overcome all kinds of obstacles, just to get to where I need to go in life.
Okay, so you talked about the emotion, you have to cry in this part. So how tough is it to cry this continuously throughout the 25th of July till today? How challenging is it?
Well, I guess what really helped me was, just being able to feed off of the energy of the other actors, and, everyone is just phenomenal in what they're doing. So, once we set the scene that, okay, somebody loses their life, everyone is crying and things like that, I'm able to get into that, feel as if, okay, somebody really died here. And based on my character, his background, he lost some people along the way as well. And he kept it bottled up for quite a while. And, when he finally lets it out, it's just like raw emotion. There were probably times where I cried a little bit too much, just being lost in character. But I mean, I guess it makes for a good drama.
So it's all about exploring the softest side of even a toughest character.
Right.
So let's talk about the name of the character and how does it relate with you, connects with you.
So the character's name is Gene.
Okay.
And he's from the Caribbean. He wants to, he wants to seek a better life. And he figured, the only way to do that is to, give up everything that he has at home and risk the journey going to this golden country. And in the past, I've had a similar experience. I did not go the Darien Ghat route, but I know what it's like to give up everything and hopes of just being given a chance. So the anxiety, the trauma, the fear, all of that was present during my struggles. And when I read the script and be able to figure out who my character was, it was easy to relate some of my life experiences in that character.
Okay. So as you have said earlier that you had even spotted this illegal migration trend to US in some spots. So does it this much of pathetic, or how will you define that situation?
That situation, I would say it's very delicate. I honestly would not judge anybody for, wanting to, take that route. Like I say, I sympathize with, those who want to seek a better life, who wants to start over. The thing is, you never know what somebody is going through. You never know what their past was. And the fact that, that they are willing to put their lives on the line just for a fresh start, it says a lot.
Yeah. So when you are talking about the dream, going towards your dreamland, but risking your life, how critical this situation may be, we can easily imagine that how much they might be going in their homeland, that they are willing to risk their life. So if you talk about that scenario and putting that to the drama and the setup scenario, how hard, tough it was to transit from that reality to the dramatic theater?
Well, me personally, I don't think it was that difficult because I've had experience with roaming through the jungle and the wilderness. I was a prior soldier in the Army, the U.S. Army. So, part of our training involves going into, that kind of environment. So I haven't been, associated with the military for a long time, but, some of the elements, still stick with me to this day. And, just being able to feel, imagine the environment, how uneasy it made me feel, just being around places that make my skin crawl and, just having to endure, the pain and the discomfort that comes along with it. And yeah, being able to, transition into that, it was pretty easy. And, just being able to tell my co-actors as well, this is, what I had to experience. And I don't know, I hope they took something from it as well or not. But, as you can see, in every expression that I make, just want to make it as believable as possible.
So talking about, you just said you are part of an army and you're also a photographer. So maybe you have tried much of the niche of the profession that one can even explore and even try. So does that every small experience that you gain in your life help you to shape into a character?
Actually, it does. Every aspect of it, I borrow a little something from, a certain period in my life, and, I just bring it here. From the introduction, just being able to swallow my pride and ask for help, ask to go with these people who I don't know, being able to fully trust them to, just enduring the hardships of, just being in your environment, knowing how to, create a safe space, knowing how to open up and, just being around to help folks when, they need it. So, that kind of feeling, it definitely helped.
Okay, so when you came to Nepal and you met the Nepali team, the crew members and all the Nepali theater artists, how much time did you take to gel up with the crew?
I mean, we got along very nicely on the first day.
Okay.
It was as if I met them, a long time ago. We did a few icebreakers, and once I saw the vibe of everybody, I immediately knew that this was going to be a good team, and everybody has been amazing. I enjoyed working with each and every person. We all get along together. The chemistry is just fantastic.
What was the most shocking or surprising thing when you first walked with the first day of your set of Swarnadesh?
The feeling was surreal. I couldn't believe that it was happening. And, my wife and mother-in-law were in attendance, and when I finally went on the stage and, I can hear the gasp of some people, and I'm like, okay, this is actually happening. But I didn't really have time to really soak it all in. I was in my character and I just went to work.
Okay, so because the Nepali artist might be orating Nepali dialogue and you will doing it in English. So how much trouble it was for the correct timing and yes, this is my time to give my shot. How much challenging?
Well, I'm currently studying a bit of Nepali right now.
Okay.
So certain words I know. And basically I just read off of, either the last dialogue or the last action that they take, and I know that, okay, this is my part where I step in. And me and the characters, we all communicate with each other, just to let each other know, okay, we can do it this way, so I can do it that way. And yeah, the transition was fairly easy, and most of them speak English as well, so it really helped.
So language was never a problem for you?
No, it's not a problem.
Okay, so while talking about, you even have to speak some Nepali dialogues even in the drama, I guess.
I speak about a few lines in Nepali, yes.
Can you just show us or orate something in Nepali?
In Nepali? Well, let's see. Mero naam Nikho, mero desh ko naam Bahamas ho. Ani Manata Garchu.
That's pretty much beautiful. You have a very beautiful accent. I really need to adore. Okay, so talking about the Nepali team, so you gelled up very much quickly. You started a bond. You developed a very beautiful connection with all the artists. So how different did you find the Nepali theater scenario from Bahamas?
Well, I love the fact that, that there are people who are there to train others, and there's actually a school available, for those who want to grow in that craft. In the Bahamas is not so much. We do have how I would describe it, workshops where we would host these kinds of events, but there's no official acting school or anything like that. Most of us really get into acting based off of our instinct and our just desire to learn. So, I mean, over the years, I was able to shadow, a few seasoned actors in theater and, just to mimic from them. And coming here, it was completely different. Watching the actors, how they prepare for their roles, how they prepare for, the show, and everything was new to me, but I really appreciated that, they are very passionate about what they do, and it just made me, also wanted to step my game up a bit more. And because, I'm coming from, a different place, but I want to show them that I respect the way things are done here, and I just want to do my part as well.
So it was not only about a performance, it was also learning from the Nepali artists and the Nepali scene.
Absolutely.
So whenever we talk about the theatrical performances, we find that the artist goes into some kind of isolation about for certain weeks or certain time to indulge into the character. So did you even go through such period?
I actually did. In order to help prepare for my role, I would actually walk to practice. And since the basic theme about is walking through the jungle, so I would have my backpack with me, I would have my headphones, and I would just completely zone out and, just getting into the feel of it. So once I arrive at practice, I'm a little already warm, my body's warm, I'm heated, but I'm ready to go. I am in my character, I am Gene. So it makes the expressions and feelings more authentic, and it's usually that.
So when we talk about the way theatrical artists indulge into a character, theatrical artists also indulge into the common culture of how the story comes from, how the story talks about, and the story of the Swarnadesh, also the language the characters have used is not only Nepali, but is also belongs to the far west region of our country, Nepal. So did you find the tone melodious or the accent sweet to your ears?
Completely jealous that I did not understand anything that was being said.
Okay.
And I'm just hoping to get to that point where I can be able to become fluent enough to be able to carry more, I guess a larger dialogue in the language and the different dialects as well.
What grabbed you most about the Nepali artist?
Grabbed me most, the camaraderie, really.
Okay.
Just seeing everyone together, the way that it's always a positive atmosphere. Everybody just has a good time. We are professionals, but we still have fun with it.
Oh. And what about the Nepali audience that you have witnessed in these days? How will you define them?
Oh, they are so wonderful, and the fact that they enjoyed my performance. They personally come up to me. They want to shake my hand, take pictures. The fact that I can be able to do that on the stage and they are, impressed and they take something from it, it's very humbling to say.
So did you have even face challenges while coming back to reality from your character?
Not necessarily. I guess there will be some times where I still end up speaking in Jin's accent.
Okay.
And I have to quickly snap out of it and remind myself hey, okay, the play is over.
Okay.
But no other great challenges. I enjoy the character that I created, and I enjoy the reception that I get from those who've seen it.
Okay, so have you very closely monitored this scenario of illegal migration through both in reality and also through this drama? What would you like to request all those people who chose this route for the USA?
Well, firstly, I would say be careful for one, because going there is, not an adventure. It's a life or death situation. Be careful. Always look out for each other. Treat everybody that you come in contact with respect, and just make sure that you're prepared for the worst.
While having this conversation, did you have some time to get away from your character and explore Kathmandu city?
Oh, I've been exploring Kathmandu for a while now. I've just been I've been all over the city. I've been to Pokhara. Trying to explore more outside of the valley now, because there's so much hidden gems in Nepal that I have not seen yet, and being a photographer, I just want to capture all of it. So
you're exploring still in Nepal?
I'm still exploring.
And are you enjoying it?
I am loving it.
Okay. So while talking about the best food in of our Kathmandu, have you tried Nepali cuisine?
Nepali?
Nepali.
I have
Okay.
actually.
Did you like it?
I did. It's not something that's common back at home, but I mean, you know, I'm always willing to try something once. But you know, I really enjoyed it. I blame my wife for that, always introducing me to new foods, and yeah. So I can't remember the names of some of the dishes, but I mean, I loved it.
You must be a non-veg, I guess.
I'm sorry.
You must be a non-veg.
I'm actually, yeah.
Yeah. So you must have tried the meat items regarding choila, kachila.
Choila,
Yeah.
yes,
And we call it chura. We serve it with chura, the beaten rice.
Beaten rice.
Yeah. And you love that delicacy, the taste.
Oh yes, it's so good. It's very well
So-
seasoned.
I think we'll really need to explore the streets of Bhaktapur one day to get you the authentic vibe of that choila test.
Yeah.
We will plan it
You said
soon.
Bhaktapur?
Yes.
I've been there once,
Oh,
but I guess I just went to, you know, the what's it called, Dover Square?
Durbar Square, yeah.
Yeah, I only went there. Then it was like a short trip, you know, took a few pictures and went back. But I have to go back there and actually explore the city
Yes.
and see everything.
And I would love to be part of that exploration.
Hey, just
Okay.
let me know.
Would be sure. Okay, so please let's have some tea also.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, cheers.
Cheers, I guess.
Oh, this is good.
There's a saying that when we have a conversation and we have a tea, it's more easy to open up in Nepal. It's like
Okay.
tea culture of Nepal,
Right.
like coffee culture of US. Yeah, okay. So while talking about this whole thing, let's discuss the situation of artists in Bahamas and Nepal. How different is it in financially, intellectually, and even socially for the artists to survive in Bahamas, and what you find the difference in Nepal?
Well, in terms of the arts, we are not funded. So basically, when we get on stage, it's basically on our time. And, you know, some of us, most of us, have jobs that we have to attend. So we have to, like, work around the schedule in order to, you know, make these things happen. And I was a part of a play whereas, you know, it was clashing with, you know, my job at the time. And my job did not want to give me like certain time off to, you know, help this production. So I had to gracefully bow out, which was, you know, kind of heartbreaking. And most of us, we actually do it out of, you know, the goodness of our hearts. There are some who are paid, but I guess it depends on who is in charge of the production. But for the plays that I did back at home, I did it without compensation.
Okay.
The TV show that I was paid for, but the plays, no. Now, I haven't been home in a while, so I don't know if things have changed, but this was based on what I've experienced when I was there. In terms of here in Nepal, I like to see that, you know, the artists are compensated for their work, and it should be treated as, you know, a legitimate job. So it's, you know, very good to see that.
So, is there any near project or future project of yours to make a connection or collaboration of the artist from Bahamas and that of Nepal and come up with a play? Are you planning something?
Not as of yet. I mean, I've had a talk about it with one of my fellow co-actors, and it's something that I would love to see happen. I know every year they have the theater festival
Yes.
that goes on, and I was able to attend this year, and I enjoyed it so much, just seeing other countries come over, and I'm like, okay, the Bahamas needs to come over, and we need to show them like some Caribbean flavor to this mix. So, I mean, I guess I don't know who I would come in contact with, but I mean, I know some directors, I know some playwrights back at home who would love to jump on board when and if the opportunity calls.
So how would you define the production team or managerial team of Mandala Theatre?
Oh man, everyone is just amazing. Like, I love what's going on here. I just love the fact that that they're doing the absolute best, just promoting, these plays, these artists, just showcasing work. I've seen some of my photography work being highlighted here, which is truly an honor as well. So, I mean, I love what they're doing here, and I just hope that it continues to expand.
You have also watched previous dramas, Nepali-based dramas?
I have.
Can you name a few?
Now, some of the names I do not remember. I am so sorry. But the one that I do remember was Mukumlong. Okay. Well, there were two stage plays called Mukumlong. One of them I worked with behind the scenes, and the other one came like shortly afterward. And there were like countless others that I cannot name, and I wish I did remember the names, but I've been here like quite a few times now, so the regulars probably know my face. They know me.
The history of Mukumlong is itself a very much touching one for everyone in Nepal, because the drama itself was the biggest hit that we can remember, a very beautiful one. So if you have to, we are about to wrap up the conversation, so if you have to talk or relate or give a message to all the Nepali audience, Caribbean audience, Caribbean artists, Nepali artists, or everyone, please, we would be happy to hear from you.
Well, one advice I would say is, do not wait for anybody to approve, what it is that you want to do. Just go out and make it happen. Like, believe in yourself, believe in your passion, just keep going at it.
And thank you so much, Nick, for sparing some time for our program Views Talk and giving us and sharing your experience of Caribbean and Nepal to our program Views Talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much.